is gon' leave it alone. Cause I will put burners to bundles. Bitches is miserable, they are so typical. Hating is cheap, not my material. Look where I'm at. From back 3 years ago, I used to strip, now I keep a different pose. I do not fuck with your kind, no. I do not fuck with your vibe, no. I am a big boss, bitch. I do not come in your side, no. I seen a bitch tryna switch sides, then jump back tryna dick ride. But I ain't really worried about these hoes, cause bitches like her, D-Roll. Gucci bag, 40 cow, sticking out. If they want the smoke, then I give it out. I might leave my rub at your nigga house. Give you 2 cents to figure out. I see no they sets and they brick. Try something new, ho, quick. Body bag, zip.
I want a freak nasty hoe, and I want all bad bitches. I'm in a red Sachi robe, fucking on all bad bitches. I want a brand new rose, and I want all bad bitches. I want a freak nasty hoe, that'll grant all my wishes. Tell her come, fuck on me. Tell her come, fuck on me. Fuck on me. Tell her come, fuck on me. I want a freak nasty hoe, and I want all bad bitches. I want a freak nasty hoe, that'll grant all my wishes. Yeah.
I do not come in your side. I seen a bitch tryna switch
I want a
sides.
freak nasty hoe, and I want all bad bitches. I'm in a red Sachi robe, fucking on all bad bitches. I want a brand new rose, and I want all bad bitches. I want a freak nasty hoe, that'll grant all my wishes. Tell her come, fuck on me. Tell her come, fuck on me. Fuck on me. Tell her come, fuck on me. I want a freak nasty hoe, and I want all bad bitches. I want a freak nasty hoe, that'll grant all my wishes. Yeah. You know what free is, nigga? What's free? Free is when nobody else can tell us what to be. Free is when the TV ain't controlling what we see. Told my niggas I need you. Through all the fame, you know I stay true. Pray my niggas stay free. Made a few mistakes, but this ain't where I wanna be. Before I'm judged by 12, put a 12 on my feet. Told my niggas I need you. Stay up, I know these times ain't true. Real life, what's
Since
free?
the lad I was cunning, just got a pad out in London. I keep stacking my money, I need a ladder by summer. AK shots, niggas ducking straight shots. Been a top dog, that's before the K dots. Cracking in 06, immaculate showmanship. Talking like you Mitch, disastrous on the strip. Holding on your bitch, could've never sold you a brick. With them people, you never been on the list. Mona Lisa to me ain't nothing but a bitch. Hanging pictures like niggas swinging from his dick. We so different, you thought these didn't exist. The megalodon never seen on his wrist. I'm from the south where they never make it this rich. God is the greatest,
All right,
mistaken,
Coach,
been on this
it's the
shit.
NFL on EA
Walk in the
Sports.
basement, I
You can
pray
take a
I'm
look there
illuminated.
at Lincoln
Over a
Financial
decade,
Field in
never
Philadelphia,
nobody's favorite.
PA.
Plotting kilo,
Just
go
a
hand in
short
hand
time
like we
ago, these
gambling
Philly
Huff.
fans in
Now your
full
Migo, a
roar
million
as
grams
both teams made their way
counting
out of the
enough.
tunnel.
You was dead broke,
Pyrotechnics
I let-
ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Come on now, Owen. Come on now. Let's go.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Ajayi. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's 1st and 10. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Lion. Hey, Ford Tokyo. Run.
On play action, Wentz. Going long here for Wallace. It's caught at the 10. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. A big play there for Philly. 51 yards. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Here's Ajayi. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. And it's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
All right, now here we go. Oh. Two. Lino. Yellow.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. The left side caught by Diggs. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Cousins now. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A give. This is Cook. Stays on his feet. Cook with a 1st down and much more. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 1st quarter lead. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. It's brought in left side by Tate. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the 1st.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
They run with Ajayi. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Ram. Here we go. Ready? What's this son?
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Sunday. Shorty.
Throwing on first is Wentz. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Fort Tokyo.
They'll toss it to Ajayi. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing is Wentz. And Tate's got it. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
To throw, it's Wentz. And the Eagles are in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Yellow, 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 yellow.
They start the drive with Cook. Look at the spin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. They run again on 1st down. Cook. Room to run past midfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A big play there out of Cook. 41 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hey, Ringo, 48.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Ringo.
1st down. Here's Cousins. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. They'll run with Cook, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Yellow, 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 yellow. Liz 50, here we go. Zebra.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. 3rd and goal for Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out and out come the Eagles. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now Wentz. And hauled in here by Richard Rodgers. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting a really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Wentz to throw on second down. Eluding, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first down throw for Cousins. He's going to try and go deep again. It got his man complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 43 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Rhino, rhino. Move, move. Move, move.
On third down, Cousins. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Done.
Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Run, run. Hey, stand, stand. Hey, rip 5-2, on here. Look, son.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And this one is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
This is Ajayi. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Eagles on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Lady! Go.
Now Wentz. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, it's Wentz. He's going to let one and this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Golden Tate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 17-14. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Cousins on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That is incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Black, black, 82. Black, black. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yellow.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins, and he's able to find Diggs. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, Clipper, Clipper. Rhino.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Here's a handoff to Sproles to start the drive. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Screen pass to Sproles. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Wentz going to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They run it again with Cook. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Wide. Go. Watch your distance. Rhino.
Cousins now. And Rudolph has it left side. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey. The hunt. Ready. Ringo. Zebra.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Ajayi with the benefit of a full training camp behind him, excelling in this Eagle backfield as they come up on 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here we go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Ajayi escapes him. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darren Sproles with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And Cook has it, left side. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a second down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Yeah, we're good, we're good, we're good. We're good. Ringo.
Second down, Cousins. Being chased out left. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll begin the drive with a Ajayi. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more, plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. The Eagles on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Rodney McLeod.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run again with Ajayi. Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Good chip.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. This will be fielded at the 17. What a spin. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we